Hi everyone, we're here to talk about a new initiative that we're starting up called the College of Preachers. This is going to be a preaching intensive that's happening in June, from the 23rd to the 25th of June. We're really excited about it. It's all about investing in becoming a better preacher. Paul, why does that matter?
Well, I mean, it's part of our legacy in Sydney, isn't it? That we have people who have loved the Word of God and taught generation after generation to handle the Word of God carefully and pass it on. I just think for each of us, I mean, for me in ministry, there's people, there's busyness, there's programs, there's things to organise, all of that kind of stuff. Actually, occasionally taking a bit of time out to go back and think deeply about what it means to handle the Word of God carefully, and then to be more, keep sharpening those skills about what it means to preach that in a way that persuades people to give up their whole life to the Lordship of Jesus. I think that's a really important thing for us to keep working on. We're talking about the John Chapman Preaching Initiative with this College of Preachers.
Yeah.
What's the John Chapman Preaching?
Right. So the College of Preachers is a new initiative that we're starting, but it's also not new. It's something that Chapo and Dudley Ford started back in the 70s and 80s. So you might know the story. After CMS Summer School, they heard John stop preaching. They were amazed by this new expository style of preaching, and they wanted to help ministers in Sydney to grow in their preaching and develop. And so they started the College of Preachers. They got ministers to come away with them for a couple of days to work on their preaching. And what Chapo and Dudley did was they gave people a clear vision of what we're meant to be doing when we're preaching, and then they put us to work in working on that, developing that, getting better at that. And that's what the College of Preachers is, that we're restarting is trying to capture.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the idea, isn't it? It's to take you out of your context for a few days, but get you working on something which is the next sermon that you've got to preach. But do that in a space where you've got other people who are working on that together, are getting a little bit of input at a kind of bigger level, but also getting some individual coaching sessions with people who have been working really hard at the craft of preaching, and getting to talk through where are you up to with the passage, how are you bringing this to your people, what are you doing with the crafting of the sermon, and talking through the concrete details of that process of moving from the text to the sermon.
Yeah, that's right. So I think what actually makes this distinctive is the first day we will, give some input. This is what we're trying to do when we're preaching. This is a vision of preaching and how we go about it. But the rest of the time is actually devoted to, as you say, working on your next sermon. So you come to the College of Preachers ready to work on whatever your next sermon is going to be, and that time is spent with mentors that are going to come along as well, who can help you on that. So you're going to be there, Mike Rader's going to be there, there'll be other mentors as well, people who have real experience in preaching and can help you put into practice some of the stuff that we'll be looking at.
Yeah. So, and then across the course of the week, as you get that input and whatever, honing your sermon, and then on the last day, actually preaching to a group of your peers and one of your mentors as well, and getting another round of feedback.
Yep.
So it's really thinking deeply about the details of the craft. What are you noticing in the text? How is that translating to real communication to the people that you're trying to talk to? What do you need to get clearer at and better at in order to do this in a way that loves people well and that communicates the Word of God with passion?
That's right.
and faithfulness in a way that calls people to a response? I think that there's so much, isn't there, that you learn from watching someone else do it, from having your own stuff critiqued, and you sit, I don't know about you, but you get into a routine, you do the same thing the same way each time.
Yeah.
Where do you need to be pushed? Where do you need to be tweaked? Where do you need to work harder or go harder with yourself? This is a space to get a bit of objectivity and go, no, you need to work a bit harder at this and this and this. And what a blessing will that be for your church, for the people who listen to you.
Absolutely. So the idea is you'll go away with a draft of your first sermon, feedback on that, but more importantly, you've had the chance to practice and put into practice stuff you've learned, and hopefully something you can keep on doing and keep on getting better at preaching.
So, John, what if I've been preaching for 30 years? Is it worth coming?
Absolutely. I think it doesn't matter where you are in your preaching. I think the only thing that matters is, are you keen to keep developing in your preaching? That's what the College of Preachers is about. It's about helping us to develop as preachers. So whether you're just starting out or whether you've been preaching for a long time, I think I know for myself, we can all keep on developing. That's the main focus. So if you're keen to keep developing, College of Preachers is for you. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, so come along. We'd love to see you. It's on Monday, the 23rd of June to Wednesday, the 25th of June. There's limited spots. It's quite small and intentional in that way. So book soon if you'd like to come along.